As we roll through the decade of the 60s, Topps continued to produce cards that challenged the imagination of collectors young and old. At a count of 598, the company kept the number of base cards of its 1965 set relatively close to the totals of its previous sets, going as far back as 1959. This stands out as one of those classic designs because of how different it was from the rest, like the 1962s and 1972s. We'll get to the latter in due time. The large waving pennant, showcasing team names and logos, is one of those landmark graphics. Again, the decision to use bright pastel colors works, especially with the soft blue on each reverse. For the third consecutive year, a league leaders subset kicked off the numerical run. Team cards had a notation on their fronts of how the club placed in their league standings. Rookie stars came in groupings of 2, 3, or 4 players. Masanori Murakami, the first Japanese player in Major League Baseball history, makes his lone Topps appearance in this set. Names that made their debut and went on to Hall of Fame careers are Steve Carlton, Jim Hunter, Tony Perez, and Joe Morgan. 1965 was the last set to feature Milwaukee Braves cards, and Angels would be listed as from Los Angeles for the final time, as the franchise changed their name that season to the California Angels. In December of 1964, the Houston franchise changed their team's nickname from Colt 45s to Astros. Apparently, Topps didn't catch on quick enough, and players from the team in the first series had only Houston on their card fronts. Another card that Topps didn't catch and never remedied, card 462, says it's of Lou Krause, but shows a photo of Pete Lovrich. To me, this feels like the tag team partner to the 1964 set, as I was compiling both at the same time. Again, completing the middle series was a job, though there are only 5 cards needed to push this master set to 100% complete. 98, 112 Darrell Griffith, and 459 Frank Costro all suffer from poor centering due to miscuts. 140 Dean Chance has its registration way off. And then there's the one that not only is the key to the set, but troubles me the most. When I picked up the bulk of this collection, it did contain number 477, the Steve Carlton rookie. It looks nice, centered, eye appeal, corners, the whole ballgame. So I decided to send it in for grading, hoping for a decent number, but more so in having the security of a slab for protection. Well, I didn't do my homework and compare its size to the others. As a result, the card was returned not slabbed, but instead with a tag that deemed my example as trimmed. No wonder the edges and corners looked so darn good. As you can see, it's definitely smaller than the standard size. As with the previous year's set, the 1965s have only 2 cards with a variation. Checklist number 79 is seen with and without a first initial C in Chris Canizaro's name. Checklist 508 was printed with slightly different sized text. Here's the next lapse in my set collecting, as there was never a start to building either the 1966 or 1967 sets. The plain banner on the 66s never appealed to me to begin with, and the 67s, like the 57s, had that boring text at the tops indicating players' names. But in reality, it's the high-number series and high-valued rookies that's a fright. Lots of pricey stars and large sets of 598 and 609 cards respectively makes me pass for the time being. Not to worry, we have many more sets to get to. Next up is one of the prides of my entire collection, a set with a clean look and lots of young star power. I can't wait to introduce you to the 1968 Topps set. Thanks for your views, and check out future videos which will follow and update my progress in finishing this and other vintage sets.